Have you ever felt like you were witnessing the end of an era? Not just the end of a match or a season, but the closing of a historic chapter that marked generations. That's exactly what happened last Saturday at the Santiago Bernabeu. In a unique atmosphere filled with both celebration and nostalgia, more than 73,000 fans packed the stadium, not just to see Real Madrid play, but to experience a truly unforgettable moment. The crowd wasn't only cheering for goals, they were clapping, crying, and paying tribute. It was the farewell of two giants, Carlo Ancelotti, the most successful coach in the club's history, and Luka Modric, the maestro, the brain, the number 10 who lit up the Bernabeu for more than a decade. So, if you love football and are a cool person who wants to help, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It would really help me a lot. Thank you. From early in the day, thousands of fans filled the streets around the stadium as if they sensed that something historic was about to happen. Inside, over 73,000 people filled every seat in the Bernabeu, and for an end-of-season game, that's extremely rare. Luka Modric, the Croatian midfielder who arrived in 2012 and was once labeled the worst signing of the season by the English press. A skinny, quiet-looking player who many doubted would make it in Real Madrid's star-studded midfield. 13 years later, he leaves the club as one of the greatest legends in Real Madrid's history. He won 28 titles, including 6 Champions League trophies. His journey was one of heart, intelligence, elegance, and an incredible ability to reinvent himself every season. In the 88th minute, Modric was subbed off, and what followed was pure poetry. The entire stadium stood up, thunderous applause, a guard of honor formed by his teammates, and then a deeply emotional moment on the bench. He sat next to Toni Kroos, his longtime partner, and the two embraced, tightly, in tears, with deep respect. It was the end of an era, one of those moments that time simply cannot erase. As the final whistle blew and the players were still being honored, everyone turned their eyes to another legendary figure of this golden era, Carlo Ancelotti, the most successful coach in Real Madrid's history. The calm leader whose soft-spoken voice and wise eyes guided the club through some of its most glorious moments in recent years. Before any words were spoken, it was an image that moved the fans. A tribute video was played on the Bernabeu screens. Highlights, locker room scenes, hugs, goals, celebrations, all set to a soundtrack in Italian. And at the end, the message, eternal love. It was impossible not to get emotional. Club president Florentino Perez was visibly touched. He earned the love and respect of every Madridista for the way he carried himself and always represented the club with dignity. Now, Ancelotti moves on to what may be the biggest challenge of his career, managing the Brazilian national team. But even across the ocean, he'll still carry a piece of the Santiago Bernabeu in his heart. Let's now take a look at what some of these Real Madrid legends said after the match.
Sí, estamos ya con él, con uno de los grandes protagonistas. Luka, no va a ser fácil hoy contener las lágrimas contigo y aquí, como le ha pasado a miles y miles de madridistas, lo que te quiere la gente.
Bueno, por eso ha dicho antes que mi mayor trofeo es este cariño y amor de la gente de madridismo, y de verdad no hay palabras para agradecer todo, pero desde día 1 hasta este día, eso con que me voy a quedar con, además de todo lo que ha conseguido aquí, pero esto es lo máximo y lo más importante para mí, porque esto se queda para toda la vida, este amor, este cariño, y de verdad, gracias de corazón por todo esto, lo que me han dado todos estos años.
¿Cómo explicarías lo que has vivido hoy, este homenaje, esta ovación de todo el madridismo, pero incluso desde que has llegado y has visto esas 6 fotos con las 6 Champions que has ganado aquí en el pasillo?
Sí, es un día muy emocionante para mí. Al final, donde menos ha llorado ha sido aquí en el campo, pero de camino al estadio ha sido muy difícil en el vestuario para mí. Y bueno, no sé, de verdad, hoy no hay palabras para describir todo esto, este homenaje que me han dado. Esto no lo pensaba, no lo he soñado, no sabía si esto un día va a pasar o no, pero estoy muy agradecido y muy contento porque pasó, y por este homenaje, y en general por todo lo que me pasó durante todos estos casi 13 años.
No va a ser fácil contener las lágrimas. Ha llorado todo el estadio Santiago Bernabéu. Se ha emocionado Carlo Ancelotti. Enhorabuena, mister. Qué bonito homenaje. ¿Qué siente ahora mismo?
Muy contento, muy orgulloso. Ha sido una etapa extraordinaria. No podemos olvidar nada de lo que ha pasado. Será un recuerdo inolvidable. Y me voy con esto, con el cariño de la gente, con el orgullo de haber entrenado por mucho tiempo un gran club, con el futuro como aficionado del Real Madrid.
¿Qué ha sido, es y será para siempre para usted el Real Madrid?
Una casa, una familia, porque ha sido así en estos 6 años. Creo que lo hemos pasado muy bien, no solo por los títulos, sino también por el ambiente que hemos sido capaces de crear con el club, con el presidente. Real Madrid es una familia, es distinta de otros clubes, de otra entidad, porque es una familia, se respira el aire de familia en cada lugar, en el estadio, en Valdebebas. Entonces, lo he pasado muy bien.
353 partidos, 15 títulos. ¿Cómo explicaría lo que ha conseguido y lo que ha sido estas 2 etapas aquí en el Real Madrid?
Bueno, ha sido una buena conexión entre el club y los jugadores. Este club ha tenido en esta etapa que he tenido aquí jugadores extraordinarios. Real Madrid va a seguir con jugadores extraordinarios.
The farewell atmosphere also surrounded other players from this successful era. Lucas Vázquez, for example, left the field visibly emotional, a youth academy graduate who became a trusted part of so many star-studded squads. He now says goodbye to the club of his life in tears, applauded by fans who always saw him as a loyal soldier in this title-winning machine. And as football never stops, the future is already beginning to take shape. While the tributes touched hearts, Kylian Mbappé gave us a glimpse of what's coming. 2 goals in a 2-0 win over Real Sociedad. He now has 31 goals in La Liga and leads the race for the Golden Boot. With Ancelotti leaving, a new coach will take over. Xabi Alonso, a former Real Madrid midfielder, and now a highly respected and promising manager thanks to his recent success. And now I want to hear from you. What was the most emotional moment of Saturday's match? Which farewell moved you the most? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. And of course, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. A new Real Madrid era is starting, and we'll be here to follow every moment together. See you in the next video.